Oh my God, this is like a series, like a 10-part series, so I have to try to simplify it. Miss Flores, you and these two ladies used to be friends.
Correct.
And between the three of you, you have 7 children?
Altogether about, yeah.
And the three of you have been friends for a while, and on September 1st of 2022, the three of you, along with your boyfriend, were hanging out at whose house?
My house.
With all the children?
Yes.
And you had to go out for a little while, according to what you said. I don't know where. Tell me where you went.
I went to see a friend. She needed me. There was some urgent. I was gone for 30 minutes.
So you went out for a little bit. And when you came back, according to what I read, you found that your boyfriend and these 2 gals were drinking.
Yes.
And you and the boyfriend sort of got into it.
Correct.
Excuse me. Sorry. It's incorrect that she was only gone for 30 minutes.
Let's say she was gone for 2 hours.
It was 2 hours.
Great. Good guess.
Thank
Let's
you.
say it was gone for 2 hours, so you were drinking for 2 hours and not just
Well,
a
her
half hour.
boyfriend
We
was-
started at the pool.
Okay. And you threw him out.
Yes.
And the 2 of you left as well. One of you took the boyfriend home with them.
That's me. Yeah.
That would be you. And when you brought the boyfriend home with you, according to you, he was upset and you wanted to console him.
Yeah.
Well, you consoled him. I bet. He's now your husband.
Yes.
And then on September 25th, Miss Flores was at a local bar.
The bar that Priscilla and I go to.
I don't want you to shout out anymore. Do you understand?
That's fine.
It doesn't help you.
That's fine.
She was at a local bar. And after she arrived, you 2 arrived. Is that correct?
Yes.
Had you ever been to that bar before?
This is the first time.
Why did you pick that bar?
Because it was far from my city, about 20-minute drive. I figured somewhere a little farther so I won't bump into the girls, and I ended up bumping right into them.
So what you're saying is you did not know that this was a place where they
Yes.
frequented?
Yes.
Okay. Who takes care of all your little children when you're out bar hopping?
At this very...
Just a shh.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just asking a question. That's a name. Who takes care of all your children when you're out bar hopping at night?
I have a co-parent, so at that time it was my co-parent that was taking care of my children.
And what about you? Who's
My
taking-
family.
Which family?
My siblings, my older siblings.
I live at home with my dad, so he's home with them.
Anyway, after you were there for a while, the 2 of them came in, and according to you, you decided to leave, that there was some bad air in the air, and you decided it wouldn't be a good idea. You went to leave, and according to you, they followed you outside.
Yes.
Your car was parked there?
Right in front.
Okay. So now I've set the stage. Now you tell me what happened when you left the bar.
I didn't really want to continue staying there after seeing the girls. I felt uneasy. Before I left, I noticed the girls were getting rowdy. The security then asked them to leave. The girls, I did see in the corner of my eye walking across the street as security was yelling at them, leave or whatever they were talking
So were
about.
they outside or were
They're
they
already going outside.
They were
being
outside?
pushed outside, yeah.
by security?
Correct, yes.
Okay, and you're still inside?
Yes.
Shh. Just for my own curiosity, why didn't you stay in the bar when they were pushed out? Why did you leave?
I just felt uncomfortable. I couldn't...
Well, they
I
weren't. You understand my question?
Yes.
The threat was gone. They were now outside the bar. Why don't you stay in the bar?
I wanted to leave. Only the reason being is because it was getting closer for me to pick up my children. I felt it was best for just me to leave, and I was really not having fun.
What time was this?
This was about, it was getting close to midnight, so probably about 11:30ish.
Okay,
11
so
o'clock.
now it's midnight. And how old are your children?
My daughter's 10 and my son is 5.
And they were with whom?
The co-parent, my ex-husband.
And you were going to pick them up at midnight?
No, I would make sure I picked them up in the morning, but I wanted to go home, rest, and so forth.
So you weren't going to pick your children up?
Not right away, no.
No, okay, so there was no urgency for you to leave at that moment.
Yes.
Just setting the stage for where we're at. So now you're outside and you go outside and your car is parked right in front.
Yes.
Keep going.
I went outside to leave. I opened the driver door. As soon as I opened the driver door, Priscilla Ortiz jumps right in front of me in the vehicle.
That would be you.
Yep.
Not yep.
Oh, yes, Your Honor.
Better.
Sorry.
I was confused. I said, "What are you doing?" And she goes, "You're not leaving. You're not going anywhere." As soon as that was said, I see in the corner of my eye it was Jessica, and I felt other people around me. I then felt people pushing me and tugging me, and there is ongoing traffic right there. I was very scared. And then I had on my purse, it's a cell phone, my debit card, and so forth, and I have a key little weapon for self-defense that I do carry with me. That little weapon I had, and I told Priscilla, stay away from me. And I had it right in her front. I go, stay away from me. She lunged after me, and I did stab her with it. Then,
How many times?
from my understanding, twice at least. I don't think it was any more than that.
She didn't have a weapon.
No, she did not. But I had prior restraining order before that. She has been taunting me before that.
I don't care. She didn't have a weapon.
You're right.
And you stabbed her.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, you stabbed both of them.
Yes.
Okay, so now you stabbed Priscilla at least twice.
Correct.
Where had you stabbed her?
I believe on the back.
So she was still active, doing what?
Yelling at me. She was
Yelling at you?
Yes.
Okay, and what did you do when she was yelling at you?
I backed up and I told him, let me leave, get out of my way. I wanted to leave. As I opened the driver door, Priscilla came right between me and the car.
And? Just and?
Then she started yelling at me, saying, you're not going anywhere.
Yes, and?
So then I backed away because other people were pulling me
And?
back. Then Jessica came and lunged at me, and that's when I lunged at her, and I did hurt her. And then I was trying to leave the situation. The girls were in front of me, and I squeezed through and jumped into my vehicle because the door was already open. After I seen Jessica.
Well, you stabbed only one. When did you stab the second one?
When I was being pulled, I stabbed, but I didn't know it was Jessica at the time. But I did stab somebody as I was being pulled back.
You stabbed her in the neck.
Yes.
Yeah. Then you get into your car.
Correct.
And?
I got into the car. I drove. Before I drove off, the car was going back and forth. I looked in the back window. I noticed that someone was breaking my windshield wiper, breaking the front of my windshield wiper.
Who was that?
It was Jessica's cousin or niece. She was there. She was breaking the windshield wipers and so forth.
And then?
I drove off. I drove 2 streets away, and I called the police on myself.
So what are you suing them for? Somebody else damaged your car.
I have recordings of Jessica opening my driver door and kicking the steering wheel.
Okay, I would like to hear that recording.
Okay.
You could see all put on there.
I just want to know where her
I didn't see anybody kicking your steering wheel.
Kicking the inside of my car. If you
I
notice,
didn't see anybody kicking inside of your car. You want to play that again?
Yes.
Maybe I missed it.
It's right here. You see Jessica, she's moving a lot. She's actually kicking the inside of my vehicle.
Okay. And then she gets out.
Correct.
Okay. And so I want you to show me the damage she did to your steering wheel.
Yes.
Because then you say you drove away. So you clearly drove away and the car was functioning. Let me just get this clear, Miss Flores.
Yes.
By the time she went in and kicked your car,
Yes.
and then she got out of the car and you got in and drove away, you had already stabbed both of them with a weapon, which neither one of them had, when one of them tried to prevent you from leaving by kicking your steering wheel. Am I getting this right?
Yes, you are, Your Honor.
That's funny. So let me understand this. You had a confrontation with 2 unarmed people. You stabbed them both. You suffered no physical injury. They're going to show me, because I had seen photographs in here of their injuries. One required 13 stitches, one required several staples as a result of
I
being...
got 30 stitches.
And you think that was okay?
I was self-defending myself. I have previous events of them constantly harassing me, Your
I
Honor.
don't
I
care.
have restraining orders against them. They kept harassing me.
Listen to me. You can't use a deadly weapon against somebody because you feel as if you're being harassed. But the first thing that was clear is if they had been harassing you and they were told by security in the bar to leave for whatever reason, because nothing happened in the bar because you felt uncomfortable. You just felt uncomfortable that they were there. So maybe they were rowdy, who knows? But then they were escorted out of the bar. And instead of you letting this situation sort of resolve and staying for a half hour until they left, you decided to leave at the exact same time as they were escorted out, or moments thereafter, because you wanted to get home and take a nap before you had to go pick up your children early in the morning. Am I getting that right?
You are, yes.
Yeah. Get out of here. You have a counterclaim,
Yes.
Yes.
and your counterclaim is for being stabbed.
Yes, Your Honor.
I would just like to know, there was a trial on this
Yes.
against her.
Against her.
Was it a jury trial?
Well, we weren't really involved in anything for it. We got like phone calls, but they pretty much told us like, you don't need to go to court because there's nothing to do other than we already have your statements.
Did you have a lawyer? Because you were arrested for assault. You had to be arrested for assault.
Yes.
This was serious physical injury.
I did.
One of them was in the neck, but for the grace of God, it could have hit an artery, it could have been dead. What happened with that case when you were arrested?
It got dismissed.
I want to see a certificate of disposition. I want to see what happened.
This is where it's dismissed. Those were the ones that were for dismissal.
I have to know more about this.
I have the police report of that.
No, I don't want the police report. I want to know what happened in court that caused it to be. Was it dismissed? Did you take a plea and do community service? Well, what happened?
They dropped it because I had a restraining order in previous events with Jessica and Priscilla.
Where does it say that here?
When we were at court, they didn't show up multiple times. I didn't get my release until November. I was out on OR until November 22nd.
Okay. I asked you to show me a picture just for closure.
For the vehicle.
Kevin, would you just show me pictures of the steering wheel that she wants to show me?
Yes, they're all in there.
Just steering wheel. Now, who wants to tell me what happened?
Your Honor, we were not escorted out of the bar the night everything happened on September 25th. So we were just in the front of the bar. We were not escorted out.
Did anybody ask you to leave?
No, nobody asked us to
How
leave.
come you decided to leave? You had just gotten there.
We didn't leave at all.
You didn't leave.
No, nobody asked us to leave. We didn't feel any type of way of being
Fine.
there.
So now you're at the bar, and?
And so we had gotten our drinks, and we were already there for a while until we noticed that Miss Flores was there. And so once we noticed that she was there, we still, we're just
stayed.
like...
Come, faster.
And then
Faster.
so we stayed, and towards the end of the night, which was already past 1:30, almost 2 is closing time. So we were still right there, and we were right there by the front of the bar. When Miss Flores had walked past me, she had mumbled something, then I
didn't.
had asked her what she mumbled. Somehow we were going around her car, and...
Now, just say you're at the bar. How do you get around her car when you're in the bar?
Like she mentioned, she was parked in the front.
So she was leaving. Follow me carefully. She was leaving.
She was leaving.
Passing you in the bar.
Yes, correct.
And she was leaving. Then
Yes.
she said something to you, mumbled something under her breath.
Yes.
You said, what did you say to me? Blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
She's still leaving. She goes outside.
Yes.
Did you follow her outside?
No.
Yes.
Did you? I don't want to hear you. Did you go out after her?
We were already in the front.
I don't understand what you mean in the front.
Well, because the front of the bar has an inside and outside. And the front has where you can, kind of hang around. So that's where we were. But we were not escorted out. We were not.
I didn't ask you whether you were escorted out. I'm trying to get a timeline. Right now, she passed you.
She said we were escorted out and we weren't.
Did you understand what I just said to you? I'm
Yes.
past that.
Yes.
Right now, all I'm dealing with, how much of this whole mess and getting stabbed was instigated by the two of you. That's what I'm trying to figure out. How much of it was your responsibility of getting involved with her? Because it doesn't look like the kind of person who would just take out a knife and stab you. So now we're outside, and I want to find out how you got outside. She was going outside. Did you follow her to her
No, Your
car?
Honor.
How did you get to her car?
We were already outside.
You don't answer my question, I'm going to dismiss your case. Do you understand that?
Yes.
That's easy for me. If something doesn't make sense, it's not true. You said you were at the bar.
Yes.
She passed you. You were sitting at the front, clearly towards the entrance, because you said it was half inside, half outside.
Yes.
So she was passing you on her way out. She mumbled something to you as you were at the bar.
Yes.
You said, what did you mumble? She's going out to her car.
Mm-hmm.
How did the two of you get to her car?
By
From
walking.
the bar.
By walking.
Right after her.
Yes.
No, Don't speak
You're right.
right after her so that you followed her out of the bar.
Yes.
Okay. Why?
Because she mumbled something and I wanted to confront what she mumbled, and previously we're already having altercations.
Well, then that would make you very stupid.
Okay.
That would make you very stupid to follow her out after you had had many altercations. You had been in the bar for a while. Everybody's drinking. You followed her outside. She was leaving. What about you?
We were still inside. Priscilla goes and follows to where she's going with the guys that she was with, and then he starts to kind of like go towards Priscilla to grab her.
Who sort of goes to Priscilla?
The man that Miss Flores was with.
Who was following her out of the bar.
Yes.
So he goes to prevent her from following her out of the bar.
At that point,
that would be a yes.
well, because they're both arguing with each other.
That's okay.
Yeah.
She was following her out of the bar.
Yeah, but she was just sitting there yelling at her. They're both yelling at each other. And then
They wouldn't have been yelling at each other if she hadn't have followed her out of the
You're
bar.
right.
Of course I'm right.
So
now they're yelling at each other.
they're yelling at each other, and to me, there's no reason for him to put his hands on her. So when her cousin and I saw that, we went up to confront him. We're like, hey, you need to leave her alone because they've had altercations in the past. So we were like, hey, you need to leave her alone, stay out of it. And then everyone starts arguing. Them two are arguing, we're arguing with the guy. And then everything gets moved over to her car. And then that's when everyone's yelling at each other. And then out of nowhere, she strikes me. And then there's so much going on. I looked down and I felt wet, and I just touched myself. My hands covered in blood. My outfit, as you could see in the video, was covered in blood. I hadn't touched her. We were arguing, but I have the police report here where she states that she did not have any injuries. And then
Just a second. She didn't have any injuries, and there was no cause for her to stab either one of you, based upon what I saw, based upon what she told me. There was a lot of verbal screaming back and forth, but there was nothing that I heard or saw that suggested that in self-defense, she took out a knife and stabbed the both of you. Absolutely nothing. So, Ms. Flores, your case is dismissed, where you're asking for damages to the steering wheel. And on the counterclaim, I'm awarding the defendants $10,000 as they request. I have no idea why they dropped this case. Either your lawyer knew somebody or the judge was taking a nap. But there is absolutely no basis to use a deadly weapon.
I was self-defending myself. I have restrainer. She keeps following me, even to this day.
Listen to me.
Your Honor.
Listen to me.
Your Honor, please.
I don't care if you have restraining orders, madam. Don't you understand? You cannot use a deadly weapon when somebody is yelling at you. People that you know, people that you have a history with. You can't use a deadly weapon. And nothing in the story that you told me gave you reason to pick up a knife and use a deadly weapon. The history that you may have with them is an entirely different thing.
Please, let me please explain what happened previously to these events and the ongoing harassment that Priscilla still taunts me.
Listen to me. If she taunts you, file a violation of the protective order.
Okay.
That's what you do. You don't stab them.
I had it for self-defense because I was still scared of them.
That's my judgment. Your case is dismissed, $10,000 on the counterclaim. We're done.
This court is adjourned.
I do feel scared to this day of how she torments me as well as her family members.
We were all friends, and then she's just not a good person that we wanted to be associated with.
But Jessica, the fact that she did follow me outside the vehicle, I know a weapon was not a choice to have, but it was something that I felt unsafe with because of the constant of them harassing me prior to this event.
I just looked down and I was covered in blood, and I just started freaking out.
Definitely no more seeing each other. I hope with the relocation within the apartments, it will be a better peaceful environment for me and Priscilla, and definitely go from there.
Justice was served because she didn't deserve
I'm glad she was
to take advantage of us again.
So here's the thing about this case that I don't like about what Judge Judy's ruling was, which is the defendants agreed that they have a restraining order put against them. They absolutely admitted to that, and that's the story. They had a restraining order. And when she walked into the bar and they knew she was there, they have a legal responsibility to leave the bar. But for whatever reason, they decided to stay, which is going against the restraining order. Now, obviously, I'm not saying that you should pull out, a sharp item and start hacking at people, because I don't think that's necessarily was a reasonable thing to do in this situation. But for Judge Judy to just grant the $10K to these defendants, I mean, come on, really? I just don't think that is an accurate display of justice, because they had a restraining order on them and they didn't follow the rule to that restraining order. They legally had to leave that bar the moment they knew she was there. But since they didn't do that, this is why this altercation, once again, another altercation occurred. So in this case, do I think that, there's more to be done here? Absolutely. I think Judge Judy was wrong on this case, but at the same time, is the stabbing thing and the steering wheel thing, is it all equal? Is it all the same? It's not. There was clear damage to the steering wheel, but for whatever reason, Judge Judy decided to just not talk about the steering wheel. She just disregarded it. And that was the whole purpose of this case, was because there was damage to her steering wheel after this altercation. And so I feel like there's a little bit of nuance to this that's missing, and Judge Judy decided to just, because of the fact that she just used a weapon on somebody when she didn't need to, I guess, suddenly now her case gets thrown out. So I want to know what you guys think about this, because I definitely think that Judge Judy is not really accurate or right in this case, and I feel like there's more to this that we're missing. But what do you guys think? Do you think it was self-defense? Do you think that her steering wheel should have been paid for? And do you think that these two ladies deserved to get what they got? Let me know.